Okay, at this point you should have all of your Sharpie marker done. You should have erased all your extra pencil lines, and now we need to start applying some color. And we're only going to be adding color to the shoe area. This all out here is going to be left black and white. Now I talked to you guys when we talked about color wheel about warm colors and cool colors. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using warm and cool colors to add color to your shoe, and we're going to be using both, but only in sections. So as you can see in this section, I've chosen to use cool colors, and I'm blending them so that they're all different, or they're blending from one color into another. And I wanted to show you guys kind of how you do that, how you blend with these colored pencils. The Crayola colored pencils that we have are nice because they have really soft leads, which means that if you press firmly, you can get a nice, bright, vibrant color. And the other thing that's cool about them is that they overlap each other. You can layer them. So what that means for us is that we can use these colored pencils and blend them so that we can get a few more colors out of them. So as you can see here, I'm laying down blue. And what you want to do is you want to lay down your color so that it's lighter towards the edge of where you're going to stop, because that's where you're going to overlap. And so I'm going to do this color next. And so then I'm going to take my blue-green and still trying to press pretty firmly, but I'm going to overlap the color so that I've got a blended area. And then over here I can start pressing down harder so I get those nice vibrant colors. So you're overlapping the color, and if you're doing it correctly, you should be getting some different color combinations in the middle. The other thing you can do is notice I'm now coloring in the opposite direction, and what that does is it kind of keeps the pencil lines from being too obvious. You can alternate. Just sharpen that soon. And then you want to do the same thing with the next color. You want to color kind of lightly so that it fades out. So you're basically doing a value gradation every time you color, which means that it's going from dark to light. And by doing this, you avoid having any like super dark value changes. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to do violet here, so I'm going to overlap. So they don't have to be in any particular color order. You just have to make sure that the sections are either cool or warm colors. If you don't want to add as many colors to a section like I am, you can do that. If you only want to use one or two per section, I'm sorry, 2 or 3 per section, that's fine. But notice how I'm kind of overlapping now so that some of that violet is showing up over here. And then use blue over here in the corner. So take your time, press down on the pencil so you get a nice vibrant color like this. And then you'll have some value changes like that. Now I'm going to keep this cool colors, and I think I'm going to make this band warm colors, these sections, and then do this cool again. But you can kind of piece out how you want to do your shoe. As long as you've got both cool colors and warm colors represented in a section, I'm okay with that. And like I said, the darker you press, the more vibrant those colors are going to be. So, so keep aware of that as you're coloring these areas in. I do want you to notice how down at the bottom here I've got a really dark red, and then I'm lightening up again. It's going to be much more noticeable with the dark colors. Now I'm going to overlap with orange. And when you're working with a light and a dark color, when one is noticeably lighter like yellow, you always want to kind of leave a lot of space. So here I'm going to go really light because the yellow is easily overpowered because it has such a light value. So now I'm going to take this yellow and I'm going to press down pretty much as hard as I can. And yes, your hand will probably ache after a little while, but it's worth it because in the end it's going to look really neat and it's going to be really popping from the page. So you can kind of see what we're going for here. So we've got sections that are warm colors, sections that are cool colors, and I think that is it. Oh, the raspberry color that's in there, that counts as I would count that as a red violet. So that's going to be considered a warm color. So that would go in with these.